All right, we're live. It's 4th and 3, 7 seconds left in the first half. It's looking like the Raiders just going to heave one, but we'll find out here shortly. Okay, hold on. Sorry, 1 second here. Where's the other one? Man, Facebook sometimes is a real pain in my butt. All right, how's that? There we go. Okay, Broncos call timeout. Then what? Raiders call timeout? Is that what's happening here? Real quick here. Yeah. Okay. Phenomenal. Zach, as we await the resolution here of this final possession, the Broncos are up 14-7. It's been a solid game, I would say, by the Broncos up to this point. Would you call it quite a, dominant cruising type of performance that perhaps you would expect for a 10-2 team versus a 2-10?
Not quite yet, although I think in the second half we could see that they could open the game up more. This should be a blowout. I like how the Broncos offense is playing for the second week in a row, Chad. Bo Nix looks confident in command of the offense, making decisive throws. The defense, a little leaky on the first drive, let them go down the field, but they've adjusted since, and we're heading into halftime now.
Benito just got his 11 and a half. How do you do that? 11 and a halfth sack of the season. All right, that's the half. Broncos up 14-7. And I'll say this, by the way, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. You know who it is. It's the MHH pod. I'm Chad. That's Zach. We're doing our what's going on? Oh, we got 3 seconds. Maybe the Broncos do a Hail Mary, Zach. Why the hell not? I doubt it. I'm sure they just kneel on it, but whirly twirled down. Yeah, 3 seconds left. Dat gum. We'll see what happens, but Sean Payton ought to just kneel it and take it to the half. But anyway, Zach, the one thing I'll say that I think the offenses look good. The big problem is over the course of a season, let alone a game, bobbles and drops, they add up, right? They take their toll. Broncos went into this game with the second most drops in the NFL. We saw one from Troy Franklin that would have given the Broncos points at the end of the second quarter. And then, of course, the bobble, which it's hard to fault him too much for that bobble on 4th and 3 because, you got a freaking 240-pound Devin White crashing on you. It's hard to fault him, but at the same time, Zach, that's their job. And they are going to heave it, by the way. Just heave it, Bo. Please don't be a pick. Whew, out of bounds. All right. Your thoughts, though, Zach, on what you've seen from the offense?
They've looked good for sure. Again, Bo Nix, like last week, has looked decisive. He knows where he wants to go with the ball. They look like they've been in rhythm more, up-tempo more. So credit to Sean Payton. I thought the play calling was really good in the first half. But you pointed out correctly, Chad, the drops. That's been a continuing theme throughout the season, whether it's Courtland Sutton, whether it's Troy Franklin. Pat Bryant had one, I think, last week or a couple games ago. The receivers have to help out Bo Nix more consistently. And for each game that goes by, I know we're still in season mode, but I am eyeing a receiver in the first round of next year's draft.
Yeah, no doubt. And by the way, Mike, it's just different everywhere in the nation. Some people are a few seconds ahead. Some people are behind. Are they watching on actual television broadcast? Are they watching on internet stream? You get a little bit of a delay. But anyway, Zach, I am excited by what I've seen to talk about some positives here. First of all, hey, shout out to Eric Trickle. He predicted a Marvin Mims touchdown in the return game this week. And there you go. You got one in the punt return game. So that was really cool to see, but I'm feeling really good so far about what I'm seeing from RJ Harvey, man. He's playing with some pop. He had a 15-yard carry. I love that play where he caught it on the boundary, broke a tackle, moved the chains. He's got 8 carries, 49 yards. That's an average, Zach, double what he has been averaging since JK went down, 6.1 yards. Plus he's got, where is he? 3 for 7 yards receiving.
They used a second-round pick on him, Chad. That's a high draft pick. That means they had big plans for him, and maybe not initially because they had J.K. Dobbins, but it was always a matter of when and not if the baton would be passed to R.J. Harvey as the RB1, and the baton has been passed a little prematurely because of the Dobbins injury, and Harvey's literally and figuratively run with it, Chad, so far, and he's looked a lot better, as you pointed out this game. The holes are opening up more in the running game, so credit to the Broncos offensive line, but he's also finding the holes and using better vision and kind of bursting through them. So I'm happy overall with the offense, maybe except for the drops. That's it.
Yeah, man. Real quick, Cortland Sutton leads the team, 3 receptions, 31 yards. And then we didn't get a real Evan Ingram sighting till the very end of the second quarter. He had a catch on that last drive for 6 yards. What do you make of Ingram having his best game as a Bronco last week and then very, very low usage to open this one up?
Sean Payton never lied, Chad. He even admitted that it's tough when Bo Nix has certain plays on the menu, as he called it, to spread the ball to everyone and keep everyone involved. It's dictated by matchup and down and distance and game environment. So that's the good thing. It's a good problem to have. They have so many capable pass catchers that not everyone can eat on any given week. But he's going to be an integral part of the second half game plan. And I'm sure if there's cushion in the middle of the field, Bo Nix will find him.
Some of the members here, like William, saying, "What the heck got into RJ? He's possessed." Yeah, you love to see it. Mike says the refs are trash. Franklin needs work.
Yeah.
The refs, hey man, what else is new? Shout out to Big Earn. Good to see you, pal. Hope you're doing well. Let me see here. As far as specific topics, JM, they should draft Jordan Tyson. Well, that's a ways out, but it's going to be fun forecasting the draft this year from a position. I mean, it was kind of similar last year where you're forecasting it from the posture of a playoff. How does a playoff team get better? But it's going to be more of that. Triple C saying Franklin's drop and Mims is him. I say that once again. I mean, even Zach, I've been pounding the table since he came back from his concussion to be utilized more in the offense. And even that one catch he got today for 5 yards, man, he just, his effort and his twitch and his explosion and his vision and his instincts. And by the way, his hands are reliable. Why does he not get utilized more in this offense? I don't think I'll ever understand it.
Yeah, I can't answer that either. That's a question for Sean Payton and Joe Lombardi, whoever designs the offense on a given week. But on special teams, Marvin Mims is continuing to show why he was a Pro Bowler, All Pro, just a dynamic game changer with the ball in his hands. That was a fantastic run back, Chad.
Funny Daddy Project 657 in the house. Thank you for that. Welcome. Saying nice. You got super chat going. Pat had that in the end zone. It looks like he got hit by his own player. Oof. He's talking about that Hail Mary at the end. I think it looked to me like Pat just kind of mistimed his jump. He just jumped a hair early, and so he was barely coming down as the ball hit that zenith where you would want him cresting, at the top of the catch point. So, that's how it shook out. But thank you for that super chat, big dog. Shannon, a dear member, a superstar, saying, I love that Sutton's been involved a lot more. Yeah, I do too, Zach, but they got to do more than like the 8, 9. I mean, he's averaging 10 yards per catch today. That's not nothing, but nevertheless, I want to see a little bit more down the field action for our boy so he can get a little bit closer to 1,000 yards.
Agreed. And I think we're going to see that, Shannon, in the second half. We're going to see a jump ball in the end zone or a deep pass to Sutton, and hopefully he can make one of his patent contested catches. But thank you for that super. And it is good to always get the wide receiver one involved in the game plan.
No doubt about it. The Papa Bear, Merry Christmas, Broncos country. Great game. Yeah, I mean, so far the Broncos, it hasn't been like overarching dominance, but this is a game that's been quite evident of a superior team, kind of, like the classic, you got your head, the guy's got his head on the other guy's forehead and he's swinging and he just can't even get close to him, right? Like the big guy on the little guy. Kind of feels like that a little bit, although I still am going on that scoring drive by the Raiders. I'm going, why Broncos? Why allow even that?
Tight ends and Broncos defense, Chad, that's a death taxes and them failing to cover that. But it's they have to adjust, and they have. And I kind of akin it to like a big cat playing with its food before it just devours it. And that's what I think we'll see in the second half. I think we'll see a runaway, comfortable Broncos win for once.
Yeah. Pearl, good to see you. Brad Murdoch, good to see you. Good afternoon. Have to run away with it in a second. Yep. Good to see Todd Ostendorf. So many awesome members. Let me see here. I got William. Todd says, now if we can see more running like this in the first half. Keep attacking with Harvey and McLaughlin. We'll see more good plays. An interesting wrinkle today, Zach, as we grab this massive super chat from Richard Anderson jumping in, a dear member. Thank you, pal. Is Bidet's been the number 2 running back today, not McLaughlin. What do you make of that? And as I say, by the way, Richard, thank you, big dog. Appreciate that super chat, man. Top rope. We need to see Mims more tonight. Love you guys. We love you too, big dog.
Love you, Richard. Thank you so much for that massive super. And we both agree with you. We want to see more Marvin Mims on offense. Hopefully we'll get our wish. The thing with Bidet and McLaughlin, I said this about wide receivers last week, and I think it applies to running backs too. Sean Payton changes like the title by the week. 1 week, one player will be a certain wide receiver 2. The next week, a different player will have that honor. So it's depending on matchup, game plan, opponent. And for this week, Sean Payton just thought that Bidet, for whatever reason, is a better RB2 than McLaughlin.
Thank you again, Richard, man. Means the world to us. Hope to see you in the gut reaction after the game, pal. Funny Daddy again. Thank you, pal. Saying, how many has Bo spread it around to thus far? He's hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 receivers so far, which is pretty impressive, to be honest with you.
And when it's a play action or something, when he's moving around the pocket, I've noticed he doesn't look jittery. He doesn't look indecisive. He knows where he's going with the ball, and he's playing like with the game slowed down. I'm very impressed by what number 10 is showing today.
Yeah. Definitely the polar opposite of how he looked in the Thursday night game against the Raiders. Ron, good to see you, bro, on Facebook. Mile High salute back at you. Also, shout to George Fox. Bo seems to be playing more like we like. Yes, indeed. A mailman in the house, dear member, superstar, saying Harvey has looked as good as ever. Better play calling. Props to Marvin Mims with a nicer punt return TD. Bad opening defensive drive, but better since then. PI both ways. OFC only called against offensive.
Of course, OFC. Only called against us.
Thank you. Bo looks solid. Let's finish this one. I think Bo looks really good. Same. But his guys, especially, it's like, hey, how do you gush over how much the connection, the Bo Nix Franklin connection on the broadcast when he drops a deep one and then bobbles a crucial 4th down? Like, I'm not really. He's got to do a little bit more to earn that, I think, Zach.
I am 1000% there with you. I'm so sick of hearing about the Oregon connection with Bo Nix. It means nothing if you can't catch the ball at the NFL level consistently. Troy Franklin has all the talent in the world to be a permanent wide receiver too, but he has to be more reliable for his old college quarterback. It's so frustrating.
One thing I'll say about Troy, besides the fact that he does really well getting open against zone, is he has taken a lot of shots for his Q. Just kind of the way the cookies crumbled, man. He takes a lot of big hits and he gets right back up. So I will give him that. Keep it on the positive for Troy. But yeah, guys, it's going to be interesting to see how this second half shapes up. We got Ian in the hizzy, a dear member, saying Harvey going to be on angry runs if he keeps it up. Yes. And by the way, I don't know how the broadcast got it wrong that RJ Harvey's bigger than J.K. Dobbins. No, he's not. He's just a little bit not bigger. Just a little bit not bigger.
You know what would be crazy though, Zeniel, if he did win that, because all of the critics were saying, remember this, that RJ Harvey was too small to play in the NFL, to succeed in the NFL, and that would be the height of irony if he goes on and win angry runs. I hope it happens, but he's been playing fantastic today.
Shannon says that run after the attempted tackle by Harvey was awesome. Yeah, Harvey's looking good, man. He's playing with energy. And I can't recall who said it earlier, but I think that the play calling has been really interesting today. You'd like to have seen the offense capitalize on that more than just that opening possession touchdown, which, it's been hard for the Broncos, Zach, for whatever reason this year. They've won a lot of games. Scoring a touchdown on the opening drive, it's been rare. So we'll take what we can get on that front, like today.
That was the first opening drive touchdown for the Broncos on offense since week 2, and that was the first one they allowed on defense all season. So, like you said, kind of an interesting start to the game so far.
And it just goes to show you, man, that in these divisional games, things can get wonky. So, Miss Jay, good to see one of our dear members and superstars. Franklin only dropped 1, right? Come on now. He's made some great catches so far. 11 receivers thrown at today. Lots of options. Harvey looking good. Yeah, he dropped the 1 deep, kind of a weird body angle, just trying to give some positive spin, benefit of the doubt, vertical. you're dealing with body control, you're dealing with positioning, you're dealing with tracking the ball. But these are what professional receivers are paid to do. I'd like to see him do better. You know what I'm saying, Mr. J. So, by the way, 3 months a member. Yeah, bro. Appreciate you. Let's go 3 months. Love it. Love the MHH, dude. We love you too. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, Jay, love you so much. Seriously, thank you for all the support you've shown us recently. I kind of just have to disagree a little bit. It's not just one drop today, but it's a continuing theme throughout the season. It's a handful of drops, if not more, by Troy Franklin. Some of them have cost the Broncos points. Others have derailed drives. Again, we all love Franklin around here. He has all the tools, but he has to squeeze the ball when he gets it in his hands. Just do more consistent.
Yeah. Proud Zennial, Ian, jumping in, been a member for 4 months since we rolled it out. Really appreciate it, bro. All of Broncos country rooting for the Texans tonight. That's for sure. Although if you read Eric's rooting interest article that published, I think last night, you can argue it either way, which benefits the Broncos more. In the short term, I think most Broncos fans would prefer the Texans to win it, just to further eliminate the Chiefs, Zach, as a matter of anything to worry about.
Yeah, I want to see as many Kansas City losses as possible and let the playoff seeding be damned. If the Broncos take care of business, Chad, they'll be in the driver's seat for the number 1 seed, and the Chiefs can't even touch them there. So I'm rooting for the Texans as well. And on top of that, I'm rooting for a Texans blowout. Let's stick it to Mahomes tonight.
All right, guys, they're about to kick off. So I'm predicting the Broncos extend this lead they have, finish somewhere around like 27-10, something like that, based on what we've seen up to this point. Zach, what do you got? And then we'll sign off.
I'm going to say 26-12, something random, but it's also signifying a blowout. Comfortable win for the Broncos.
Okay, guys, we'll see you in about an hour and a half for the gut reaction. Can't wait. Love you. For Zach, I'm Chad. Go Broncos.